Welcome back, everybody. I am here with the creator of one of the best multi-platform Yankees accounts focused on Yankees prospects, YankeeFarm. How's it going, Carlos?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So since the Yankees' present is somewhat frustrating, my fallback is always to kind of look at the future, and your account is great for that because you post a lot of the positive highlights from guys, a lot of guys that I had never even heard of, and I follow the Yankees minor league system, fairly closely. There's one guy who has been in the highlights more lately to my benefit because I love this guy, Jasson Dominguez, Yankees #1 prospect. Sounds like he is heating up. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, huge fan of Jasson Dominguez, and definitely excited about what he's been doing lately. If you look at his July numbers look a lot better than pretty much all season. I think he's hitting, as of going into last night, he was hitting 303, 2 extra base hits, 2 home runs. He's doing his thing right now. And if you look at his last 16 games, which I like to do, I like to look at how players are doing through stretches, and this is a 16-game stretch. He's hitting, going into last night, 313 with a 387 on base percentage. His strikeouts is down. Probably most it's been all season. It's about 22.7 strikeout rate, and his walk rate is at 10.7. But one of the things that I'm looking at mostly is his batted balls in play, which is at 387, which is also a season high for him.
Nice. So when you're looking at prospects, obviously development happens at a different pace for everybody. He's 20 years old. He's playing against guys in
Right.
AA that are, what would you say is about the average age, like 22?
Yeah, 22, 23, yeah.
So would you say for a 20-year-old, he is, pretty advanced compared to what the Yankees have in the system?
Absolutely. I mean, look at some of the guys that got drafted in the first, second, third round just a couple weeks ago. They're going in the FCL this week, and he's already deep into AA.
Right. And he's a switch hitter, so he's had to work on 2 swings, which is something
Right.
I think a lot of people, they just hear switch hitter, they think it's natural, but you really got to work on 2 swings, and sometimes that can cause those, development roller coaster type of things, where you're struggling from one side of the plate or whatever. When he first came up, he struggled a lot from the right-hand side of the plate. This year, he's pretty much even, not huge numbers from either side, but what are you seeing from him?
Well, of course, he's gonna bat left-handed a lot more because he doesn't see as many left-handed pitches. But you're about right; it's pretty much even. I think it's 225 and 227, the splits. But like you said, when you're a switch hitter, you have 2 different, I guess, philosophies and 2 different attack approaches. From one side, you feel more comfortable, you think of yourself more as a power hitter, and maybe from the other side, you see yourself more as a contact hitter. I mean, when I think about this, I think about a guy like a Bernie Williams, right? He's a guy that hit over 300 right-handed from the left side. That's where most of the power came from.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's great that he's been hot for a month now. I think the Yankees are probably going to want to see him do it for a little bit longer before they promote him. But I'm curious about his defense. So we've heard a lot about how he's been playing some left field, and we thought maybe that could be because the Yankees had a gap in left field. Potentially, if they re-sign Bader, they might still have an opening in left field next year, but not in center field. So, what are your thoughts on what he's given the Yankees defensively this year, and is he improving?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that the outfield has been of concern. He's a little awkward sometimes in routes, especially at center field. I would say more so. I haven't really seen that in left field. I think he's been pretty solid in left field, and I went into the season thinking the same thing, that they're having him play more left field because there's an opening there and there's a need for the Yankees, an immediate need. So that was my thinking originally, but it could also be that maybe that's where he's going to play long term. Maybe they don't want to wait on the development at center field.
So we heard a lot about his blinding speed, compared to Bo Jackson. He's got 28 stolen bases so far this season. Sorry, my cat is causing problems over here. Get out. Get in, dumb cat. But as a base runner, what should we know about Dominguez? Is this one of those things where he's taking advantage of bad catchers, or is he stealing against, good defensive catchers, or I know stolen bases, especially in the minor leagues with the new rules, are a stat that is a little bit inflated. What are your thoughts on how he projects as a major league base runner?
I mean, I still think at the major league level he could be a 20 plus stolen base guy. He does have speed. It's just a matter of, like you said, you have to learn different pitchers, their moves to first and things like that. But I definitely feel like he could be a guy that steals 20 to 25 bases at the major league level, depending if it's with the Yankees, if they let him do it.
Yeah. Audio is breaking up just a little bit, so I want to give you one more question here. Everson Pereira, Dominguez, Spencer Jones, they're all Yankees outfield prospects that have huge upsides. Pereira is the closest AAA. Dominguez is probably the most hyped, but Spencer Jones was also a first-round draft pick and could be the best of the three. How would you rank those guys in terms of like your excitement level? Who are you looking at that you think is going to be the best?
That's not even fair. I'm a huge Jasson fan. I'm hoping it's going to be Jasson. If I'm going with the way that the Yankees think, it might be Spencer. They might like him more because he's got, he went to Vandy, I believe. He went to Vandy, and when I look at a Spencer Jones, I see kind of like a Paul O'Neill, and I hope that that's who he turns out to be. A guy who hits for high average and hits 25 home runs or so. I hope they don't mess with his launch angle too much.
Yeah.
So I would probably say Spencer Jones is probably their idea for center field.
Very, very cool. I wanted to say thanks for joining. Everybody should follow your channels. You've got Instagram is the one that I watch the most because it's just constant highlights, but also a YouTube channel, also a Twitter platform. Yankees Farm, appreciate it, my man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
All right, thanks, buddy. Ball game over.
Most impressive.